Another Project December. I'm your host and with co-host here, Dwayne the Cup to Coffee with Nate from Thwip Media. How you doing, my friend?
Doing well. How about you?
Not too bad. The weather is all over the shop at the moment and it is doing my head in. So I'm 1 minute I'm cold, 1 minute I'm hot, I'm getting bleeding drenched. It's just
It's the
you
same
can tell
here.
autumn.
It's the same
Really?
here. It was cold on the weekend. It was cold Monday, yesterday, and now it's gonna go like mid 30s. So
really?
It's gonna be hot by the end of the week. So
Well, no, I think we're
It's
getting
all
a
over the
bleeding winter
place.
blast. Yeah, I think we're getting a winter blast. It's bleeding like God knows what. I'm getting absolutely sodden at work. I am. So it's not nice on that forklift. But anyway, we've come here for a question and answers from our amazing communities, from myself and Mad, as well as Thwip Media. And I've got to admit, I've been looking forward to doing this for donkeys and that lot. I never knew when the right time was to get the questions from the adoring public. So I'm really, really looking forward to this now, lot. But I'll shoot it to you. Have you got your icebreaker question as normal, or?
I was kind of struggling to come up with one, but then I thought we really need to talk about this.
Go on
So
then.
a few days ago, or just yesterday, or yeah, I think it was yesterday or Monday, it was announced that Destin Daniel Cretton, the director of Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings, is in the running, or like very close to being the director for Spider-Man 4. So what are your thoughts on that?
I quite like the sound of it, to be honest. I thought he did a brilliant job with Shang-Chi and everything.
Yeah.
So if he can bring that sort of just I don't know, I can't really explain it. Just amazingness and the action and I don't know, just the storytelling and everything. If he can bring that to Spider-Man, also depending on what bleeding Spider-Man sort of story we're going to get.
Yeah,
Hopefully,
yeah.
we want to bleed in the street level one, but it's good old Sony now, sticking a finger in everything. Yeah, if it's a street level one, brilliant. If it's going to be a multiverse, God knows what, then I think he'll do well with it. But I'll be a bit more disappointed, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, because I've always wanted street level with Daredevil and Kingpin being in it, but I wouldn't be surprised now because if they're starting to shoot early next year, then that means it's coming out after Doomsday, which means it's going to be probably a multiverse focused story. And like we have no idea what Doomsday will end on or what that's going to look like, and there's a few projects between that and Secret Wars. So if Spider-Man's one of them, it's most likely going to be multiverse, and who knows, we'll have to maybe do a stream dedicated just to Spider-Man 4 and share our thoughts on all that and potential stories that could come out of it, because at this point I have no idea what to expect from it. It seems like they're like pulling things left and right on us. But him as the director, I think, is a great decision. The action in Shang-Chi is some of the best in the MCU. The choreography and the character work between Shang-Chi and the Mandarin, how they did that was so good. Maybe he'll have a connection between Peter and someone else that he gets to dive into, and maybe Shang-Chi will come into it because obviously he was supposed to be directing Shang-Chi too, but as of now it doesn't really look like that's going to happen in the immediate future, because now he's diverted all his attention to Spider-Man 4. So yeah, very excited to see what they do with it.
Well, massively. I say if they can just ground it out. How Spider-Man 3 ended is just level pegging. Just
yeah. He's on his own.
Superhero.
He's
exactly.
trying to build himself up as his own hero.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So you don't need to have, oh, look, there's 10 other Spider-Man and there's 3 other bleeding Iron Man. So you just don't need it. Just nice, easy. But anyway, we'll get into the questions, which I'm really looking forward to. So I'll let you say the first one off, man, and then we'll take it in turns.
All right. So our first one we have from Dynamite Harry. Do you think Doctor Doom will be a Tony Stark variant, hence why Robert Downey Jr. is playing him? So he himself has said that he will be playing Victor Von Doom. To what extent, we have no idea, because this could be a Tony adopting the name of Victor Von Doom. This could be actual Victor Von Doom. It's very hard to tell right now, but I hope it is a sole Victor Von Doom. I don't want it to be a Tony variant, because that's not how you do the character. No. I can understand if that's the approach they're going to go for, because they're going to be different than the comics, but like as a massive fan of the character, I want it to be Victor Von Doom.
Now again, I can't disagree with you anything, to be honest, kids. You just want, with it, especially with him coming out and saying he's going to be a Victor Von Doom.
Yeah.
I don't want him just to say he was just Iron Man variant and he's just adorned the name Victor Von Doom or anything like that. I don't want any of that. He's just, if you're going to do Doom justice, you've got to have him as just Victor.
Yeah.
That's all you need him. You can't have him as a Tony Stark variant, because it'll just spoil that the story of Iron Man itself, sort of thing. So you can't have him as a variant on him. I'll be a bit gutted if it was that, even though we know Robert Downey Jr. is going to smash out of the park anyway. But I would be a bit gutted if they did that, to be honest.
Yeah.
But yeah, thank you very much, Dynamite Harry. We've had him over on Marvel Mad. He's a brilliant lad.
Yeah.
So definitely go and subscribe to his channel. That lot. Absolutely fantastic guy. That lot. So second question is from Houndlander. Do you think Downer will be a variant and they will swerve with a real Doctor Doom? Mad Mikkelsen was touted as one of the other frontrunners. Would you have preferred him to play Doctor Doom? Myself, yes. Because I think that'd have been... he just plays bad guys amazingly.
Yeah.
So I would love to have had him as a Doctor Doom, but I don't want him to do that switch. Like we had that sort of switch with what's his name? Trevor
Slattery.
Oh, that's the word. Yeah, we had that with him with the Mandarin, and then he's not really the Mandarin, he's just some English actor. We had that with him. I don't want anything anywhere near that again. So it'd be disappointing. Why would you pretend it's going to be Robert Downey Jr. and then it's going to be somebody else? Like, even if it was Mad Mikkelsen, that was bleeding fantastic and be brilliant. but with somebody the sheer character and like just iconic sort of person that Doctor Doom is, he just needs to be him out the gate. You can't be doing no switching around, messing around, or anything like that. It's just got to be him. But I would have liked Mad Mikkelsen as well as him, to be honest. So that would have been a nice touch. But yeah.
Yeah, he's a great actor. Like Casino Royale, even in the new Indiana Jones, he was really good as the villain in that. So yeah, I would have loved to see him as the character. Maybe there's a future where he ends up taking over after Secret Wars. Who knows? But yeah, I think Downey is definitely a variant. He's not our Doom, because that just wouldn't make any sense if Tony's face is exactly like what our Doom's face is. So he's definitely a variant. But who knows, maybe our universe would be Mads Mikkelsen or I don't know, another actor that could play it, but it's not going to be Downey. Downey isn't from this universe, he's from another, but yeah, I definitely want to see Mikkelsen's take on Doom, and even if it's just for like 2 minutes, I want to see what he would do with the character.
Yeah, thank you very much, Houndlander. That was brilliant question again, as always. Brilliant, check his channel out again. Fantastic.
And next we've got one from Waves38. Top 5 Marvel characters. So I did a video on this, and I'm just going to go off of that. So number 5, I had Wolverine. Number 4, Captain America. Number 3, Black Panther. Number 2, Daredevil. And number 1, Spider-Man. So those are my top 5.
Again, with them top 5 for you as well, there's not much you wouldn't really say is a surprise, really, for you, to be honest. You could tell that would be your sort of thing. Right, for me, again, over at Marvel Mad, we have actually done we did a top 10 back in the early days of Marvel Mad. So it was me, Jason, and Jack. So there's one change to this. Is my top 5, which is my number 5. Originally, my number 5 was Red Skull.
Really? Wow, that's high.
I loved Red Skull. Anything to do with Captain America, I absolutely adored that. I'd say he's still in my top 10. Red Skull is, but I've had to knock him down a bit out that. So my top 5. So going 5 to 1. So 5, Booker. 4, Spider-Man. 3, Deadpool. 2, The Punisher, and 1, as always, my boy Captain America.
Great picks. So yeah, go check out Waves' channel. He's got some gameplay videos on there, so definitely check that out.
Again, we've got another one from Dynamite Harrow. Do you think Spider-Man will have any role in the new Venom movie? Now, myself, not a chance in hell. I cannot see him coming in that at all now. Not when they was messing around and they did the whole bleeding rewrite with the sodding symbiote being in our universe, and now it's supposed to be not. It's in theirs, and the whole bleeding kerfuffle of that. I can't see any sort of variant of Spider-Man being in Venom, to be honest. If it's going to be Canol or whatever it's going to sodding be, I can't see no variant of Spider-Man. Myself, anyway, I can't.
Yeah. We talked about it in the I think it was the Venom trailer review that we did, that there's a rumor that there's going to be a 10-year-old Peter Parker in that movie, which makes no sense. But this is the Sony Spider-Man universe that has no Spider-Man in it. So there's no way he's going to be in it. It still boggles my mind that they have a cinematic universe around this brand without the actual face of the brand in it. Sony's a huge mystery. Someone needs to do an investigative report on what is behind their decision making, the logic behind each move they make, and get into their minds and figure out what the heck is going on in that mind of theirs. So yeah, I don't see him going in the movie.
A side note, I showed my old girl, my old man, and mum and dad the Madam Web film recently.
Oh, you actually went through that again?
I had to, because I just looked at her and went, look, this is what Sony do with Spider-Man characters. What the hell? And again, I felt sick because of all the bleeding jumps and everything. The voice with what Ezekiel, whatever his name
The
is,
ADR
how it
is
was
not
dubbed.
matching him.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Just looking at it, it was just so frustrating a lot. So yeah, showing them that, I can't. I just can't. But
Yeah,
yeah.
they're in a
Anyway,
mess.
yeah, just a bit. Anyway, right. So we've got BMG gameplays. If you can make up your own Avengers team, who would they be? Who would be in it and why? So I've chose 6.
6K.
Yeah, I've chose 6 characters. Now, for a start off, Cap's got to be in it. All day long, Cap's got to be in it.
Yeah.
But I don't want Chris Evans. I don't want Sam. I want Booker. I want Bucky's Captain America as the leader. Just how he was when he was Captain America. It wasn't like he was a leader, but he didn't take no for an answer, and he was really like tough and like very. He still wanted to be patriotic, but he wanted to carry on Steve's legacy and stuff like that. I want Booker, but we'll get onto more of that and later on. Number 2, Ant-Man / Giant Man, just to have that. I don't know if there's any flyers or anything like that sort of thing. I wanted him to either like go up, take him out sort of thing, or if he needed to sneak in, I'd have took him. Or go on,
Is this Hank Pym or Scott Lang?
Hank Pym.
Hank Pym, okay.
Yeah, so it's got to be the original. I like going back to the original with some things and then switching to that. But yeah, Hank Pym,
Okay.
Ant-Man, Giant Man, up and down. I just he can sneak into stuff. He can take stuff out. That's what I want. 3, here's another change for you. I want Thor, but Lady Thor.
Oh, very interesting.
I want Jane Foster's Lady Thor on that lot because just again, you can have all your stereotypical Thor and everything, all big manly sort of thing.
Yeah.
But I just wanted to bring Lady Thor back out into a bit more. Have her as the big main godly focus sort of thing. Because what I'd have with that as well is like a side note going up against the Lady Loki as well.
Oh, yeah, that would
And
be
have
cool.
that sort of dynamic, going back and forth against each other. I think that'd be really cool. So that's something I'd love to see in the MCU. Never happened, but I'd love to see that. You got obviously Sylvie, but I don't really class Sylvie as the Lady Thor that I'm thinking of, like in the comics as well. So number 4, just for sheer power and just like ultimate whole boy, Scarlet Witch.
Okay.
Just the stuff she can do in that lot. You'd be very like put up against somebody who could stop them with her being in the team, sort of thing. 5, to take the Hulk's place, I want the Thing.
Very interesting.
Because just having his dynamic with this other character, I think would probably be quite interesting to bounce off, sort of thing, and probably have a few arguments and stuff like that, sort of thing. And just for my last character, just for sheer rage and just like carnage, Wolverine. Because I could see them doing the speedball sort of.
Oh, the fastball special.
Yeah, fastball special with the Thing. I think that would be brilliant. So yeah, there's my Avengers.
Yeah, it's very interesting. Mine's very basic compared to that.
Oh really?
So I have 8 in mine. So
Damn.
I've got Captain America, Iron Man, Hulk, Thor, Ant-Man, Hank Pym, Wasp, Janet Van Dyne. So those are the core 6.
Yeah.
And then I was thinking Vision and Captain Marvel.
Oh, nice. Okay, yeah.
So
That's a very nice group. I got
you have a lot of powerhouses in there, and then you've got like your core members, like as usual. And I considered putting like Wonder Man or Hercules in there, but I figured I want to make it different than what my like when we made our own franchise, what that lineup was compared to this. And I was gonna put Black Panther in there too, but it got me thinking. He's like, yes, he's an Avenger, but he's more like he goes in to help, like he's leading Wakanda, and he really helps them because like the world needs Wakanda's help. Like in Infinity War, he's not really an Avenger. The Avengers go to him for help in like protecting Vision from Thanos' forces. And then like
sort of like
they do that in the
like
comics
Dobbs in and
too.
out, don't they, sort of thing?
Yeah, so he's he is an Avenger, but he's not always there. He's like, if you need me, I'll be there, but I'm leading my own country right now. That kind of thing.
Yeah.
So yeah, BMG playthroughs. Thank you for that question. That was great.
Yeah. Definitely go and see his channel as well. Brilliant channel again.
Next one we have from Brando's Funkos. He's from the Point 3 podcast. Great show. Are you excited for Agatha All Along now that the marketing has ramped up for spooky season? Personally, I'm going to take it I'm going to watch the first 2 and see what I think after that. Maybe even just the first one and see what I think of the first one. But personally, I'm not super excited for it. It's more just, if something big happens in it, I'll watch it. If it's not going to lead really to anything, then I'll just let it go. But I have seen that people have enjoyed it in the early reactions. It's very dark apparently, so I'll check it out. It's not what I'm looking forward to a lot, but I know you're kind of looking forward to it.
It's grown on me, to be honest. When they first announced it, I was just like, what's the point? How's it going to go anywhere? Is it really needed? But after seeing the trailers and I'm hearing about a lot of the effects are practical and stuff like that sort of thing, it's really grown on me, to be honest. Like the song as well, that lot. The song's really grown on me and everything. So I'm more looking forward to it now than I was originally, sort of thing. So I'm not fully on board, but I'm getting there, to be honest. Now, I thought it was, I don't know, it's just got me. So yeah, I'm there. I'm there now. I'm like, yeah, I don't mind it. I can say, yeah, bring it on, sort of thing.
Well, at least they'll have one viewer on Disney Plus watching it.
Yeah, exactly. So there will obviously be a reviewer, obviously, about it on Project Assemble, but it might mainly be me just waffling on.
If I don't get through it, it's going to be his show, and I'm just going to be reacting.
Oh dear, yeah. Right, anyway, next we have Below Average Gaming 87. Sorry. Pick someone from the DC universe for each of these things and explain why. They got best friend, wife/husband, and who would you like to use as a human/superhuman punching bag? Right.
This is very interesting.
Yeah. Myself. Look, I see, I'll support them. Look, I got my little Batman symbol. Look, it's the only one I support. So you could probably guess where I'm going with 2 of these at least. So, best friend, it's got to be Batman. I'd absolutely love to have Batman as a best friend now. Like, even though it'd be all dark and moody and that sort of thing, I'd probably like a lighter version of the Joker running around there going, oh, let's press this button, let's press that button, let's go in that. It'd be so cool now. Like, just to have Batman and all these gadgets and stuff. So yeah, Batman is my best friend. Now, as a wife, probably because she can sort of like lull me into doing whatever she wants now, like with Poison Ivy.
Oh, okay.
I'd probably die by the end of it, that lot. But I was like, yeah, whatever you want, Poison Ivy, I'll do everything you say, love. I'm away.
Okay.
And then human punching bag. It was a toss up between 2, and you'll hear the other one later on. But just because I just can't stand the character now, like he does my nutting, Superman. I just literally, it's like you can't use any powers on me, but I'm gonna kick 7 bells out of you, and you can't do nothing about it. And I just lay into him. I was like, I do Taekwondo, so I'd just be right. I need to do this move. I need to do this move. You stay there and be quiet. And yeah, I just pummel him. Can't stand him. So yeah.
Yeah, those are very interesting picks. So for the best friend, I was very torn between Batman and the Flash, but in the end, I went with the Flash because he's just a devoted and dependable character. Like whatever the Justice League needs, he's there. He's got like a humor to him too. It's just kind of like appealing. For spouse, I didn't choose any. I'm taken, so I'm not gonna.
Oh, bless you.
That's the only one.
Sweet. That is.
Only one
That's
I want.
Nice.
So, and punching bag, I chose Guy Gardner because he's just an asshole. If you don't know who Guy Gardner is, he's one of the Green Lanterns. So he's actually going to be in the new Superman movie. So
What was it? Oh, I didn't realize that.
he's
Bloody hell.
going to be a part of that. So interested to see what they do with him. But yeah, this was a very interesting question that you had below average gaming. So thank you for that.
Again, go and check his channel out as well. Absolutely fantastic channel as well.
Yeah. Next, we've got one from Griefus on YouTube. Who's the most underrated hero that you think deserves a Marvel feature, movie, show, etc., and why? So I was torn between two. One, I've always thought, like, I want this, and the other, I was like, this would be really cool, just like in recent memory. So the one that I've been wanting for a long time is a Silver Surfer series. Live action Silver Surfer, going around the universe, doing his job as Galactus's herald, having to come to terms with, I'm literally guiding the destroyer of worlds to these planets and letting everyone die. So he has that whole moral journey of, I'm like letting these people die, but maybe I can, convince Galactus that this is not how you want to do it. If you want this power, we can find a different way, but you don't need to kill trillions of people to just, fill your stomach. So I thought that would be really cool, and that'd be a very big, like, character-driven series too, because the Silver Surfer is a very complex character, and I can't wait to see him be brought to the movies. So that's one I've been wanting for a while, but in recent memory, an X-23 movie.
Oh, that'd be nice. Yeah, that would really be nice. Actually.
I think Laura is Wolverine for the foreseeable future.
Yeah.
When Hugh's done, she has to take over. She is a badass. She's like ruthless, especially in Logan. And seeing her come back in Deadpool and Wolverine, I think it's like even more of a possibility than it would have been like 5 years ago. Like, I have a feeling they've got this in the works, and I really want to see what she would do and who she would go up against too, because obviously the villains would be completely different for her, but I think she could do some really cool things in her own movie.
Yeah, no, that's quite a good, nice take there, to be honest. Right, myself, I don't know a massive amount from this character, but I've always been drawn to it, and I know not many people probably know much about it, but I'd like to have a Captain Britain film.
Okay.
Just set in the UK, working with MI5.
You could have Union Jack in there too.
This is exactly the same. You had Spitfire, Union Jack, Black Knight. You just have all them in this, having a solid UK-based like hero group.
Now, would you turn it into like an Excalibur type movie, or would that become like something after that?
Well, I was thinking I could have that something after. You have like you start off as your Captain Britain, bring up the core group and everything like that, and then have Excalibur and everything come later on, sort of thing.
Okay.
But
yeah, that'd be really cool.
I just really like Captain Britain now. Like, I love his suit. I love the group he's got around him. I just love it, because I was really hyped when we seen the sword from
the Ebony Blade.
Ebony Blade, that's it.
Yeah.
In the Eternals, I was like, oh, we're getting the Black Knight out.
Are you sure you want that, Mr. Whitman?
Exactly. And then we got nothing from it since. Like, just so raw. Don't even get me started on that film. But yeah, I just love that. And if they're gonna hint or something like that, just bring it on, please. It needs. Give us some UK heroes too.
Yeah. Well, you've got what's her name? From Secret Invasion.
Oh, bloody hell, yeah.
Like, she's not a superhero, but she's obviously like a Nick Fury level character.
Superpowered now, yeah. Oh, I can't think what I believe name is now.
Oh, Fellsworth?
Fellsworth, that's the one. Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah, I don't know what you call it, like directory sort of.
Yeah.
I'm bringing this group together, sort of thing. She don't count.
All right, so yeah, thank you, Griefus, for that one. We've got another one from him coming up next. So
yeah. So for another one for Griefus, if you could redo any Marvel movie, what movie would you choose, and how would you change it? Just the one you think you did the worst.
This was very tough for me.
Right, I know you might think. I don't know. You might think I'm going to say another one as well, but the one I'm going for because I can't stand it. I don't rate it. I don't like it. Nothing. Black Panther Wakanda Forever.
Oh my god. What?
Redo it. Just redo the whole sodding thing. I was like, you can keep the funeral. Funeral, brilliant. I can understand that. Really poetic. Draws a close to Chadwick Boseman with Black Panther. Brilliant. I love that. But don't give it her. How she plays Black Panther is just no. Have like I don't know how you do it, but just have like now that our Black Panther, I'm using our Black Panther as like the anchor being for this universe. So now he's dead, you need another Black Panther to come in. So we'll have another one from Multiverse, different actor, plays it in a different slightly way. We'll have a new Black Panther like that, and then keep Namor because I really did like Namor. Have him, and then I will pinch something that you've suggested. I can't remember when it was now. It might have been the last stream or the stream before, but having the people that's pinching the vibranium from Namor and everything that sort of thing as Doctor Doom, and then you bring in Doom like that, and have Namor and have Atlantis and Wakanda work together to stop Doom, and then that's how you build the power relationship between them two countries. That's what I'd do because I just can't. I'm sorry, no. That film was just bad. Really is bad.
It's not.
It's
really
I just
not.
can't. I can't. I can't.
Okay, we'll move past
It's
that.
not for me.
So I really struggled with this one because I had a few that I had in mind, but the one that had potential and completely fumbled it, The Amazing Spider-Man 2.
Oh, so you're not even going for any MCU? Oh, okay, I
So-
didn't think of that, to be honest.
First, you make Electro a better villain. He's very
Yes.
flawed in The Amazing Spider-Man 2. Take away the whole parent plot. I don't think you need any of that. Build Peter up more with Gwen, and build that that there is that connection still between them, even though they have that kind of split happening. And then take away some of these weird Peter and Aunt May moments, like I forget what happens before, but he wakes up and Aunt May's coming into his room and he's just covered in like grime, and she comes in and she's like, "Why are you covered in like dirt?" And he's like, "I was cleaning the chimney." And she says, "We don't have a chimney." And he's like, "What?" Like there's a whole those little moments like that, and then there's one where he's washing his suit in the the laundry, and everything is blue and red, and then he says, "I was just washing the American flag," and she says, "No one washes the American flag." Like there's all those moments where you can just take those out, make it better moments between the two of them, because obviously there needs to be that like appeal to Peter and Aunt May and him hiding the secret from her, and also trying to protect her in the world that's quickly becoming more dangerous because all these villains are coming back. And then you have a more logical build up to the Sinister Six in the next movie, if it happened. But
Yeah.
other than that, I like The Amazing Spider-Man 2 is like a guilty pleasure of mine. Like it's a bad movie with really great moments, especially like the chemistry between Peter and Gwen, and the whole opening scene I think is like awesome, with him taking down the truck convoy, like stealing the whatever they're stealing from Oscorp. It's like they had potential with that, and it did not go well for them.
I take it you'd keep Gwen Stacy's death then at the end.
Yes.
Ooh,
Yeah.
good lad. That's what I like to hear. That's all right.
And make Green Goblin an actual Green Goblin, and not like a spiky haired, like weird looking goblin. Like that the design choice for that was so bad.
It's just it was
Made
just
no
atrocious,
sense.
That was no exactly that. No.
All right, next one.
Oh yeah, it's your turn.
From Dinah Harry, can you see them bring back some more of the OG Avengers in different roles now we have the multiverse? So I assume you're referring to Downey's now playing Doom from the OG Avengers. Obviously, we had Chris Evans come back as the Human Torch in Deadpool, and he died, so I don't think he will come back. Chris Hemsworth, I don't think he'd come back as anyone else. Scarlett Johansson, I don't think she would. Mark Ruffalo, I think he still would be Banner. I don't think he'll play another character in addition to Banner. And then Jeremy Renner, who knows where he's at, because after his accident, it's kind of hard to tell what his future is like with Marvel. Obviously, he's doing his own TV show, The Mayor of Kingstown, so he's still doing that, but he hasn't come back to do anything big like the MCU or anything since his accident. So other than Downey, I think that's really it. Like, I don't see any of the other original actors coming back for Secret Wars or Doomsday or any of that.
If we didn't have Robert Downey Jr. and Chris Evans do what they did, myself, I would have said yes. I'd have said yes all day long now, because you could see them bringing that into Secret Wars and having like different various stuff like that. But now them two have done that, it just, for me, it just shuts that down straight away, sort of thing.
Yeah.
It's just, you can't see them attempting anything like that, to be honest. Now they've done it now with these two. Everybody like, so Hawkeye's technically still here and around. You got still Mark Ruffalo's Hulk is still here and around.
Thor's still there.
Thor's still around. That lot. He's still got his old kid now and everything. Black Widow. She's dead, but I can't really see her being anything else. So yeah, not now. If they didn't do the other two, then I would say yeah, but no, not now. I'm afraid.
Yeah.
Right, so Goroth Gaming. Is there a multiverse or anything like that where Tony Stark has changed into Doctor Doom instead of Iron Man? Right, I'm going to hand this all to you, because I remember us saying there's been something, but myself, I won't be able to tell you off the top of my head.
So, in the comics, there's a storyline fairly recent called The Infamous Iron Man, where Tony switches minds with Victor Von Doom, and he becomes Doctor Doom. So it's like a what-if storyline. It's not like an actual like canon thing. So he becomes, let's see, the infamous Iron Man takes place after Secret Wars 2015. Yeah, that's pretty much it. So yes, he does become Doctor Doom instead of Iron Man, but it's like a multiverse thing. It's not like an actual in-universe like transition. It's a multiverse. So I haven't read it, but I know some people have enjoyed it. So maybe if anyone's interested, check it out before Doomsday in case they do something like that. So yeah, that's a great question though.
Yeah, thank you. I say again, check his channel out as well, Brewing Channel.
From Masterman666, who would you say is the worst DC superhero and why? So, this one's tough. The worst?
Not for me.
Okay,
not for me.
You go ahead then, and I'll think.
Aquaman.
Can't
stand him. I cannot stand him. What's he do? To me, when I first teaser, I only started watching The Boys beginning of this year or early this year. I can see Aquaman being the Deep. He's a tit. He's a sexist, just horrible human being. Well, that's who I can see Aquaman being. So what else he do? He controls the fish. He's got a big rod. It just literally does nothing else. It doesn't bring anything to the party apart from being Fish Boy. And I just can't stand him. Cannot stand him. So yeah, jog on, son.
I'm still torn. Like the first one I thought of were the Wonder Twins, because they're like absolutely nonsense. It's like one of them can turn into animals, the other can turn into like a bucket, like a table or something like that. Like that was back in the 70s or 80s when the Super Friends show was on.
Oh, okay.
They were in that, but there was actually almost a live action movie about the two of them.
No.
Yeah, and they canceled it.
Where?
I think they canceled it just before they started shooting, I think.
Jesus Christ.
So yeah. Like they have a lot of people, and that's why I was struggling to like think of one, but the two of them are they're not great at all. They're
No.
like
That sounds bad.
if you were high on acid, I think you were coming up with those characters. So yeah, thank you, MasterMan666 for that one.
Yeah, thanks a lot for that, mate. Oh dear. Right. Now these next few questions are from our good friend here on Marvel Med, Jason Redblood. He does some of the thumbnails, and he's been on the channel before and that sort of thing. He's very highly involved with the wrestling storylines we've got over here and that lot. But from Jason, our first one from him is, what is your favourite Moon Knight personality? Now, I can never remember, like, splitting them up. I can remember the taxi driver, I can remember the normal lad, and then obviously Moon Knight himself. So I'm just going to go straight for Moon Knight, because
So that's Mark Spector.
Mark Spector, that's the one.
Yeah.
Yeah, him. Because he's the gunner, isn't he? Sort of hitman.
Well, the taxi driver's Jake Lockley. He's more of like the hitman one.
So what was Mark Spencer? Is he the one that's got the army sort of bloke?
No, Mark Spector's like the core one. He's like the main one, and then Stephen Grant is the Mr. Knight one.
Yeah, he's a nicer one, isn't he?
Yeah, he's the more innocent one.
Yeah, no, I'm still good for normal Moon Knight, because he's like badassness, which is brilliant. And again, I really do like Moon Knight, and I hope that's coming back eventually.
Yeah,
something.
yeah. For me, I think you have to go Mark Spector, like the original one. Seeing like Oscar Isaac's portrayal of him is so good in the role. I hope they continue that series. But even just from the comics, like Mark is really well explored, especially in is it 2014, 2015 run that I recommended in the comic stream. That one, he was really good in that. And like Steven's great and Jake is great, but I think Mark is the original one, and he's such a badass, and I really hope they get a season 2 for it, because like he's one of my favorite characters. He wasn't in my top 5, but like he's such an interesting character, and they still have so much they can do with him.
Oh, massively! And
Yeah.
so how the first series ended as well.
Yeah,
It was like a massive like
cliffhanger.
hang on, there's a third one. There's a third one. That was going off here sort of thing. So you'd hope they're going to bring that back. But to be honest, myself, I've not even heard of anything about it.
No.
Having a season 2 or anything like that sort of thing. So I hope so. I really do hope so, to be honest.
Yeah.
Another one from Jason is, where is it? Where have we gone? Do you think Robert Downey Jr. will be played Doctor Doom better than he did Iron Man?
No.
No. Myself, it depends. If they can write it good, and he doesn't have them silly like mannerisms of joking around and stuff like that, he could really do it really well. But it's got to be written first, and it's got to be introduced correctly.
I think he can do it well. It's just you can't top Tony Stark after 11 years of playing him.
Yeah.
He's got so much time in that character, and it's so rich that like he's one of the most iconic movie characters of all time because of that. So I don't see him playing Doom better than Iron Man. I think he'll still do a great job if he's written well, and like the direction he's taken is good, but I don't see how he's better than how he did Iron Man. So yeah, that's where my thoughts lie on that.
Do you want to read Jason's next one?
Sure. So do you think Chris Evans' Johnny would beat his Cap in a fight? Do super soldiers get fried?
Well, yeah, okay, that's a point.
Because he can use the shield to block it, but if he doesn't have the shield on him, does he just get cooked?
Maybe, but I was thinking about this as well, because in the first Captain America, you see in one of the tubes the original Human Torch, don't you?
Yeah, at the World Showcase, yeah.
I'd have loved to have seen the original Human Torch go up against that first Avengers Captain
Like
America.
in the 40s?
Yeah, just to see what that had happened with him, because then we could have had an answer. Because myself, no, not a chance. Cap's, I don't know, he'll fling his shield around and smack him in the back of the head or something like that. He's not going to stop him. Not going to stop him at all in that lot. So no,
That one's
not a
tough for
chance.
me. I'm gonna go with Cap. Like, Human Torch is powerful, but I don't know. As soon as you get a vibranium shield thrown at you, I don't think you can recover very fast from that. Like,
Exactly.
that's pretty powerful.
Go on, I'll let you read the next one.
All right, what do you think Tom Hardy played better, Bane or Eddie Brock? For me, I'm gonna go with Bane. Even though Bane was not,
Ooh.
even though Bane was not like a comic accurate Bane, he's still a big presence in that role. Like, you think darkness is your ally. Like, he's so good with those lines, and the voice is like, one of the most memed parts of that movie. But it's good for what they were trying to do. And with Eddie Brock, I just think he's like, he can't, like, after the first one, he still can't become one with the symbiote. Like, they're still struggling. Like, that makes no sense why they're still struggling going into the third one. Like, in the trailer, like, he's doing the "We Are Venom," like, the whole thing. And he's like, we need to work on that. You've had 3 movies to get that down. How are you still not, in sync with each other? So Bane definitely over Eddie Brock for me.
See, myself, I got to admit, it was tough because I really did like Bane. Now, how he was just so domineering and just his presence was like, oh Christ. Even though, again, yeah, like you said, the comic accuracy of it was just like, no. It just didn't look like the comic of Bane itself.
Yep.
But he did really play it really well in that line. I really did enjoy Bane in that film. But I do like Eddie Brock. And I do think he does play Venom really well. It just, for me, it all depends on this third film. If this third film is as bad as it looks, then
New trailer
originally
tomorrow
said,
too.
oh, don't. Seriously.
New trailer coming tomorrow night.
Oh, Jesus.
At least here.
Christ, I've got to have a look at it just to see. But yeah, if that third film is as bad as I think it's going to be, then I would have said Bane. But for myself, I do like him as Eddie Brock in that lot, and just how he plays Venom, just plays Venom well in that lot. There is obviously like a few I'd like change, but because he's got more films out of this Venom than he did with Bane, that's why I'd have to say Venom myself, to be honest.
Yeah. I'm sticking with Bane. You doing the next one, or do you want me to do it?
Oh yeah, go on. I'll do the next one. So, is it the last one of Jason's? Yes, last one of Jason's. William Dafoe as Joker or as Green Goblin?
That's really tough because
It is.
obviously he's great as Green Goblin, but he would be a great Joker.
Massively. But this is the thing. I think his voice suits better for Joker just in animation, because I can't, unless it was younger, maybe a younger Mark Hamill would have been a really good Joker, but his voice is absolutely amazing.
Yeah.
No, I'm not. I'm thinking of Mark Hamill. Tit.
Willem Dafoe still got a great voice, though. Like, he can really make that into his own Joker voice. And at some points in the Green Goblin, you can kind of see some little, like, Joker, like, similarities, like, in the voice and the way he moves around. But
crap,
I gotta go with Green Goblin. Like, Green Goblin's so iconic because of him.
Yeah, you gotta go with Green Goblin. Thinking about it now, and now I've got the right sodding actor, dozy tit. He probably would do a good Joker, to be honest. I was just thinking of the voice. His voice would be really iconic for Joker as well in that lot.
Yeah.
But no, it's got to be Green Goblin. All day long, it's got to be Green Goblin.
Yeah.
So, yeah, do you want to...
So that's it for Jason's questions.
Yep.
Next we've got a final one from Dynamite Harry. Who's your favorite Marvel character and why? For me, it's Hulk. Like, it's no secret minus Spider-Man. Like, he's just an inspiration. He's the true symbol of a hero. He does whatever he can in the circumstances he's in, and he knows at the end of the day he's gonna lose something, but in the end, it's like the city needs him, and he'll do whatever it takes to help everyone and be a symbol of hope for the people of New York. So, yeah, he's like the best superhero in my mind.
Well, as you know, always know, you know what I'm like on this channel. I like it's got to be my boy here, and I like Captain America. He's just he's if I had his powers, I'd want to be like him because he doesn't do anything wrong. He does everything by the book. He always wants to stand up for the little guy and doesn't want to take like when he's being told, especially in Civil War, where he's been told what to do and stuff like that. It's like, no, I don't want to be some government lackey. I want to go after the actual bad guys sort of thing and not be told who the bad guys are. And it just for me, he just always stands up for what's right and what's good to do in a person, and he always seems very wholesome in a person for me now. Like, as I say, I want to shout out to Sam's Decorations over on Instagram. She's also on Vintage as well. I got this from a Captain America painting. I would highly go and recommend her. Some of the stuff she does. She's done Jurgen Klopp. She's done Formula One paintings. She does a load of like Christmas decorations and bits and bobs like that as well. So I would definitely go and check her out over on Instagram. They're just absolutely fantastic, and I was very pleased to get this from that lot. So yeah, but yeah, I got to go for my boy Captain America all day long. Oh, you know. Yeah, had to be him.
Yeah, so we're on to the final one then.
Yeah, so this is from, again, one of the guys over here on Marvel Mad, Mel. Again, she's been on the channel, done some reviews for us, and also she was part of the women's storylines and some of the rest and stuff like that. So her question was, what Marvel character would you like to see come to the Marvel movies and why?
I'm very interested to see what you think of my picks on this.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
Now, we've already sort of mentioned this sort of character now, but I would just really like to have an MI5 film. I want one for over here. I want Black Knight. I want Spitfire. I want Captain Britain. I want
Union
what's the
Jack.
lad you said? Union Jack. I want a UK based team. I want our own Shield version every year in MI5. I just think that would be really good, just to link like the two as well, sort of thing. Like you always have all the superheroes always over in America and over there, sort of thing. Just bring us one. Bring us a team over here for the UK. I think it'd be really, really good, and it would probably strengthen the comic fan base over here as well, sort of thing. Just to go like it's not just always over there. You've got heroes over here as well, sort of thing. So yeah, and an MI5 Captain Britain film for me.
So, I went with two because I was torn.
Okay.
So my first one, Beta Ray Bill. He needs to take over for Thor. After Thor: Love and Thunder, he needs to take over and be the only Thor. If they don't bring back Jane, because Jane was great. But Beta Ray Bill would be so cool to have in the MCU.
We know he's sort of in the MCU, being on the side of the thingy building.
Yeah, but I don't know. That might have just been a throwaway reference, and who knows what Taika was thinking on that.
That's bleeding true,
but my next one is the Hobgoblin.
Ooh.
He would be an awesome villain to bring into the next Spider-Man trilogy, or even just the next movie.
Who's playing it then?
I don't know, but it wouldn't be Ned. It wouldn't be him.
Yeah, but do you not think it'd be Harry Osborn then?
No, because Harry isn't the Hobgoblin. He's the second Green Goblin.
I always thought he was the Hobgoblin, to be honest.
No, so Ned in the comics is one of the Hobgoblins. There's like 3 different people that were the Hobgoblin.
I never knew that.
So they could go with the other 2, because obviously Ned is Peter's age, and I don't see him playing that villain.
Yeah.
But I think if you have him in the movies, he can be that like traumatic face that Peter has to deal with. Like, the Goblin killed my aunt, and now there's another one coming after me. I think that would be a really cool thing to explore, and have it set at Halloween.
Oh, yes.
That would be a really good one.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Hobgoblin would be awesome. He's such a terrifying, like, figure too.
Oh yeah, massively out of lot. I've just got him in the. I think it must have been like the ultimate version, but I've just got him in my Marvel Strike Force mobile game and that lot.
Okay.
And he's literally just this like red bloody. I don't know what you call it. It's proper freaking out. Like it just literally looks like a demon, and so cool that lot sort of thing. Similar to that, but more red.
Like we need this.
Yeah, that'd be so
awesome.
cool. That really would be nice. That lot.
So yeah, that is the questions that we've got.
Yeah.
So yeah, thank you again everyone for submitting those. This is actually the 30th stream we've done, so I guess we'll dedicate it to the fans.
Yeah, it fits quite nicely. That does, to be honest.
Yeah. So yeah, thanks again for all the great questions. We might have to do another one of these at some point because there's a lot of different things we covered, and it was very interesting to go through them all. So
massively.
Yeah. So thank you again, everyone. I guess we'll end it there.
Yeah.
So what do you have coming up on your channel?
Right, we've got some surprises coming up this week now.
Okay.
So we did put a poll out up on Marvel Mad. If you wanted to do concentrate on just Marvel gaming and comics and all Marvel related content, or if you wanted us to branch out a bit and do like other things, non-Marvel related. So tonight we are having a bit of a blast from the past, and me and Shane here are playing Time Splitters Future Perfect. It was a game back on the PS2 that I absolutely adored as a kid, and yeah, we've got it now on the PS5. So me and Shane here are having a few battles on that, some team death matches and just some death matches in general. It's some absolute chaos. The audio is all over the shop, so I do apologise now when it comes out later on. It is a bit mad. So yeah, that's what's coming out today, and then on Friday there could be three things. Another two surprises. One is Marvel related, one is not Marvel related, but they will be coming up on the channel soon. So they could be the surprises, depending if everything goes okay. If it doesn't go okay, you'll have another Lego Avengers coming up on the channel. So yes, keep your eyes up on the channel because we've got some surprises coming along in that lot. And if you can see my stuff in the background, one of the games is related to that, and if you know what's coming out this week, you can tell what it could be. But what about you, my friend?
I don't have any like new videos really coming out because still trying to manage my time with everything going on. But I'll do a clip out of this, and then I've kind of started like something called the Project Assemble Field Extracts. Kind of doing like a snippet of each stream, maybe one or two out of this one, and kind of get a more short form version of the stream, so it's kind of easier for people to not have to sit through like an hour of us talking, more like 10-minute segments, something like that. So yeah, I'll have one or two of those out probably by the end of the week, and yeah, but I'm still working on some of the other Doctor Doom videos that I mentioned in my last video.
Brilliant. Now, I cannot wait for that to come because I'd love to know where you're going to clip some of these because it's going to be very interesting to talk about.
Yeah, especially with all different topics we covered in this one. It's going to be like a compilation in each one.
Nice. Brilliant. Well, yes, that is the end of Project Assemble. Again, join us again next week for another Project Assemble, and we'll see you all there. So thank you for joining us, and goodbye, everybody. Have a good day.